Okay, we're here with Mike Healy at Leedsman Cattle of Colorado Bull Sale and Colorado State University Bull Sale. And Mike's a rancher from Wyoming, up in northwestern Wyoming, and wanted to talk with Mike a little bit about his operation, about some of the things that you're doing in retained ownership and results that you've seen as you work to make that program work best for your ranch. So I guess if we could start out and just tell us a little bit about your ranch and your location and the type of operation you run.
You bet, John. Thanks. The LU Ranch is located between Thermopolis and Meeteetse, Wyoming. We're in what's called the Bighorn Basin in northwestern Wyoming. A high desert ranch. It's a lot of BLM land, not very much rain. We're in the driest part of the ranch is probably a 5 to 9 inch precip zone. The foothills, as they go into the mountains, get up to maybe 15 inches to 19 inches of rain a year. We have about 1,400 head of mother cows. We're a cow-calf operation. And up there, it takes about 100 acres per cow per year to operate. So a lot of desert, a lot of rock that we get by, but it offers some opportunity for getting by with not very much supplemental feed. We actually winter cows out in the desert. We do feed hay to first calf heifers, and that's the last hay they see.
So really low cost operation and low maintenance. And I understand that you retain ownership of your calves primarily and send them to Kansas. And I wonder if you could just tell us a little bit about that and some of the work that you've done to get the most out of the retained ownership program.
You bet. We've been going to Decatur County Feedyard for, since 1996. So we're looking at 15 years. What that has allowed us to do is manage our cattle at the feedlot on an individual basis, and they're sold when their back fat thickness is right, so you're not wasting your money putting on more fat, or when they've run out of growth, or if they're getting too heavy. So we think it's a great way to manage cattle through a feed yard. We get back information on each calf that goes through there. So we know if a mother's not producing up to what should be the potential of the herd, and have a chance to get rid of her if she's not producing. But it's been I think it's a good way to look at how to operate on a ranch basis and a throughput basis where your cattle are going all the way through to the packer. We get information from the packer. We sell on a grid basis and get premiums and discounts based on the quality or problems with a carcass.
Now, I understand you've done quite a bit over the years to work on your health program and develop a health program and a weaning program that'll help assure that those calves are ready when they reach the feed yard and perform best without a lot of sickness or medical expenses.
Oh, you bet, John. You know, we like to understand what the buyer goes through. Ordinarily, in a cow-calf situation, most ranchers sell their calves at weaning, and we found we had a problem at weaning. We'd precondition the calves and then wean them, pull them off the mothers, ship them to someone. When we started doing that ourselves, we found we had some sickness problems that we had to deal with. And we found recently that we've gone through added a weaning protocol where we put a nose flap about 4 to 7 days before actual weaning. It takes a little more labor. We have to run the cows and calves through and sort the calves off, run them through the chute and add a nose flap. But that breaks that nursing bond that they have with their mother cow. We wean them a few days later, and the calves are ready to go. They're quiet. They load on the trucks quietly. They arrive at the feedlot, hardly any sickness. The mother cows are still excited, but they can get over it and without sickness. But we've handled that. We think our next step may be try to figure out a weaning pasture where we actually have fence line weaning. We sort the calves off from the mothers, put them both out in a pasture but divided by a fence, and let them find each other by the fence but not be able to nurse. And we think that's going to be a good way to go. But if you can get them in a healthy condition when you wean and they to a point where they don't get sick, boy, that sure goes a long ways for the feedlot operator. Makes your calves worth more money.
Yeah, that's right. So here at the sale, what are you looking for in terms of the genetic package that you want to bring back and add to the genetics of your herd?
I've been impressed with what Lee Leachman has done in evaluating his bulls. We're impressed with both his dollar profit index that he uses and also the work he's doing in trying to discover feed efficient bulls. He puts a lot of his bulls on feed efficiency tests, and but the dollar profit index takes that into consideration, and we find we're trying to get a certain level of a dollar profit. We're finding it costs a little more, but since we retain ownership, we see ourselves in a position to take advantage of those better quality bulls and make a little bit more money on those calves in the feedlot. They're going to consume a little less feed, gaining just a little bit more, and that's the right combination we want. DNA-wise, I think that that's the direction to discover and try and find how to break that thing, that the unknown of how you get cattle to gain more efficiently without eating as much. Maybe that's the solution to the high-priced corn.
Excellent. Well, I sure appreciate your time and wish you good luck here at the sale and with getting those new bulls back to Wyoming.
Thanks
a lot for your time.